Finally, the deal of Balogun is here we go, and he has gone ahead to leave Arsenal on a permanent basis. He has gone ahead to join Monaco. Welcome to the news show. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys doing? And hope you're really having a fantastic Saturday. We thank God for the gift of life. For the Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barak Lau Fikun, we thank you for everything that we thank Allah for everything that's going ahead to do for you, and may Him see you achieve everything you want in all your endeavors. They've gone ahead to put your hands on to every day and night. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information. This is the Transfer News Show, and here we come in peace to bring you the latest here we goes that we are sounded over in the night. Now, there is another here we go that was sounded by Fabrizio Romano. It's Mohammed Kudus. It's a here we go, and he's coming to London to showcase his goods. We are going to discuss a little bit about that deal, and lastly we're going to talk about Alejandro Balde. You know him very well. He plays for Barcelona, and there is something that is not working out in his favor ever since this season really started. Let's see close to 400 likes much on this video. Let's continue to obviously subscribe because we want to hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month. 6 days left for us to go, and let's make it count, and let's make it fire bonfire. Now, it's one of those things that you would obviously want to hear from Fabrizio Romano and very many others, but the first person to put out the story was Santi J. He works for Footy Mercato, and he's really great for being one of those journalists to be breaking in those stories. Confirmed us that Arsenal and AS Roma have reached a total agreement for Folarin Balogun. It's a 30 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. The American will undergo his medicals soon. That's what Santi J went ahead to let us know. Now, Fabrizio Romano went ahead and sounded it. That is a here we go. Folarin Balogun to Monaco, here we go. Agreement completed with Arsenal on 40 million euro package, add-ons included. Understand Arsenal will also retain significant sell-on clause for the future. Medical tests expected this weekend. Long-term deal for Balogun. Now, I think the agent of Balogun has then had to pull out a very huge move for the player. You know, Balogun is a player who went ahead to thrive into the French League One last season, scoring 21 goals and putting in 3 assists for steady reigns, and that went ahead to obviously act as a very good catalyst for his price to obviously be elevated. That's why Arsenal went ahead and told Spurs, who were interested in the player, that we want 70 million pounds, and Chelsea that we want 70 million pounds. Now, for Monaco, if they've gone in for 40 million euros, one will wonder that why has Arsenal accepted to sell Balogun to Monaco for 40 million euros? The most important bit of it all is that Arsenal retain a significant sell-on clause. That is it, sell-on clause into the deal, and Arsenal don't want to obviously retain the player anymore, but they retain what we call a significant sell-on clause. That is for Balogun, and they want to see to it that Balogun goes ahead to thrive, and obviously Arsenal gets in some good money from the side of Monaco. And if we went ahead to put in a performance of such goals for steady reigns, anticipate him now to compete with Kylian Mbappe in as far as scoring goals are really concerned. When you look at the French League One, let's see, League One last season table, I want to see where was Monaco. PSG came in through, and Monaco came 6th. That is it. So if it goes as planned, then we'll have to see the best of Balogun by going ahead to score goals, because for Monaco, at least they have some good players that can come in through and obviously help Balogun do the needful for this club and obviously thrive. See to it that he might even go in for more and more money. They're having Taku Minamino. I think he's going to obviously be playing alongside Balogun, and Balogun will have to compete with Bendieda, and Bendieda is one of the experienced players that have been playing in the League One for a very long time at the French national team, and I think Balogun is obviously going to be doing the needful for the team of Monaco. But Monaco has gone ahead to strengthen. I see they have Denis Zakaria in the mix, so Balogun is really going to be playing alongside some quality players that can obviously see him thrive in the French League One. And there is no doubt he's going to bag those goals in. He's not an injury-prone player. He keeps himself fit. So I see him banging or really firing in all cylinders. That is Folarin Balogun. So we wish Balogun the best of luck. Monaco, this time round, he has gone ahead to elevate the level. Stade Reims, who was playing in for, was a little bit down and completed, I think, in the 11th position. Now he's into the top 6 teams of the French League One. Can he outcompete Kylian Mbappe, such it that he scores very many goals and becomes the top scorer of the French League One? And trust me, Arsenal might get more money out of this deal next summer, because if Balogun was ahead and fires in close to 30 goals a season, trust me, there is going to come a very huge team that is going to obviously go in to sign him. I anticipate that maybe Napoli will come in with some 70-80 million euros to sign the player, and Arsenal might find themselves getting in more 20 million euros from the signing of Balogun, because I don't see them really keeping Victor Osimhen. And if they don't keep Victor Osimhen, that means they have to go in for replacement. Remember, they signed Victor Osimhen from France, and if at all Balogun is doing so, he might be one of those that they can sign as soon as possible. So wait and see what that happens. Arsenal now has some good money in to conduct more business. Who is going to be the next signing of Arsenal after them bagging in this amount of money? God knows. Are they keeping it for the January transfer window? We don't know. Let's wait and see how Arsenal is going to act in the market in these remaining 6-7 days for this transfer window to end. Now, leaving Balogun there, let's go to another player that was so much wanted by Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton, and guess what's going to head to win the battle? It's obviously West Ham. And David Austin was the first to sound this, that West Ham have reached full agreement with Ajax to sign Mohammed Kudus, 41.5 million euros plus 3 million euros of add-ons plus 10% sell-on clause. 23-year-old Ghana international attack midfielder scheduled to fly to London Saturday morning and do medical before signing a 5+1 year contract. That is Mohammed Kudus for you, joining West Ham. Then Fabrizio Romano told us that Mohammed Kudus to West Ham, here we go, verbal agreement sealed with Ajax on a 45 million euro package. Add-ons included plus sell-on clause. Players 5-year deal also agreed and medical booked on Saturday. Huge work by new director Tim CD10, waiting to sign documents in the next 48 hours. That is Fabrizio Romano. Now, Mohammed Kudus has finally completed. He's going to complete his move. He's going to undergo his medical in London, so to it that he becomes that kind of player that has been chased by very many clubs. Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton went ahead to chase for the player, but it looks like they are not willing to meet the asking price of Ajax. Now, there is only one player that Erik ten Hag managed, I think, in the first team of Ajax that is left. That is Clarkson. And I think very soon he'll also leave that Ajax side. But Mohammed Kudus coming to the Premier League is a very huge move for we the Africans, because we believe that he's a gem. He's one of the talents that we want to see in the Premier League, and has gone in for the best team, that is West Ham, because West Ham is going to give him ample playing time, and that ample playing time will obviously see him thrive at West Ham. West Ham really had some big problems last season. They even reached the last 2 games of the season when they're really, I think the last 3 games of the season, when they're fighting for their lives. That is it. They are fighting for their lives to not be relegated to the championship. But finally here they come to get in some good signings. This is like the fourth signing they've brought in. There is a defender they brought in where Arsenal earned 2% and 10% of the money, and Arsenal earned £2 million. Then they brought in Edson Alvarez, James Ward-Prowse, and now they've brought in Mohammed Kudus. Very, very, very huge transfer for the player, and lots of things are really happening right about now, and you're ready to obviously see how he travels to London to undergo his medical and maybe be unveiled as a new West Ham player. And by the time he goes to play for the Ghanaian national team on around the 7th and 10th of next month, he will be a player playing the Premier League, no longer in the Eredivisie. You know, hard work done, and the hard work has gone ahead to pay off for the player of Mohammed Kudus. And congratulations to Mohammed Kudus for joining the Premier League. I know he's going to pass the medical. He's one of the fittest players I've seen, and he doesn't obviously fail himself when it comes to what we are really talking about, and it's all about him being fit and fighting to keep his body ready for any encounters. Now, let's go to Barcelona. This young left back obviously is having trouble, and we've been told by Ferran Correa and Tony Juan Mati that Alejandro Balde has an ankle discomfort. Balde is a doubt for the match on the weekend. Now the registration of Marcos Alonso is a priority to replace him. So Balde is a left back that is really young, and he has shown us that he's really good, and Barcelona have gone ahead to really see him as one of the latest graduates from the La Masia Academy. And he has gone ahead to have a very good debut season, and this time round he's having his second full season for Barcelona as a left back, but he's out of the game. They're going to play the weekend. Remember, Madrid has gone ahead to win all their 3 games. They're having 9 points. Barcelona is having 4. So they've been struggling. That is Barcelona, and when such players start to obviously fall off due to injuries, it really worries you a little bit, if at all you are a Barcelona fan and supporter. I really understand especially what the world is all about, and Alejandro Balde is another one that is out. Now, the replacement of him is Marcos Alonso, but Marco Alonso is a player they never wanted to register, as they wanted to really dislodge him off. But before they found a team to obviously go for him, looks like they need his services. And I'm really advising Barcelona, they should keep Marco Alonso. They should keep him because he's a very decent player and he brings in the experience to that side. I saw them rush for him last summer from Chelsea, and they are trying to dislodge him. That shows you that a team is obviously disorganized when it's making their signings, because you can't be the team that is going to hate obviously be ready to sign a player and pay in for him, and after 1 season you discover that player is going to hate to flop. That is bad business. At least you rather keep him for the 2nd season and then dislodge him off after the 2nd season. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But your thoughts to Folarin Balogun to Monaco, here we go, and Mohammed Kudus to West Ham, here we go. And what do you make about the Alejandro Balde injury? Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later as I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. And for my Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barakallahu Fikum. I'm out.